Hi guys, we are a group of friends who are here to express our thoughts about the importance of stable mental health and a few other things which we all as teenagers have faced. So it's a request that you watch this video till the very end as it's gonna be both informative and fun.
Guys, this is a disclaimer that we are just students and are here to express our views and are doing our best we can as students.
So each and every one of us have heard the terms anxiety, depression, panic attacks and so on at least once in our life. But have you ever wondered that what these terms actually are and what happens if a person is going through all these problems?
With anxiety is a feeling of worriness, nervousness or uneasiness due to something. Now, when we are giving an examination or waiting for some result, we feel a bit worried. That worry can be termed as anxiety.
American Psychological Association describes anxiety disorder as recurring intensive thoughts or concern. And at this stage, it starts interfering with our daily life function.
A few causes of anxiety can be stress, addiction to harmful substances like alcohol and drugs, symptoms of medical illnesses like heart attacks, nutrition deficiency of vitamins like vitamin B12 and vitamin D. Stress can also be caused due to n number of other reasons. For example, for a student, it could be due to academic and educational factors like project completion, examination, or results. For an adult, though, it could be due to much more complex reasons like work and family related issues, financial issues, and so on. Teenage is a phase where people suffer from a number of conflicts which affect their mental stability. In this phase, people have a constant need for social acceptance, but I'd say more importantly, parental acceptance. They are in a constant search of self-identity with an urge to prove themselves and cannot accept themselves to be a failure under any circumstance. I'm sure these might not be new to many of my friends, as at least once we might have questioned ourselves about our own existence. We often ask ourselves these questions. What if things don't work out the way I wanted? What if I don't succeed?
Moving on, our society wants us to follow a timeline. 22 तक पढ़ाई, 25 पे नौकरी, 26 पे छोकरी, 30 पे बच्चे, 60 पे रिटायरमेंट और फिर मौत का इंतजार. But we need to understand that each and every one of us have different ideals for living their life. We are different aspirants of different goals, which is absolutely okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to run in a parallel race and still win without being part of a mad race. It's just okay.
We live in a world where people still think that mental health is not a very serious matter. So now let's come to a more deep and serious issue which is faced by all generations but fails to be discussed, and that is depression. Depression is a state of unhappiness or continuous or persistent sadness which lasts over a long time. It can also be a medical condition and may have many physical signs like sleeping issues, eating disorders, that is, changes in appetite leading to drastic weight fluctuations, lack of interest in daily activities. It can also have many psychological signs like feeling of worthlessness, hopelessness caused by fear of being left alone or loss of social support, overthinking, critical self-evaluation leading to self-hatred or
Depression is not a sign of weakness or something can snap out of. The symptoms vary persistently from low spirit to the severe ones, making you think that your life's not worth living. Some of the psychological symptoms include continuous low mood or sadness, feeling hopeless and helpless, feeling irritable and intolerant of others, feeling anxious, feeling worriness, and suicidal tendencies, and so on.
It may be caused due to physical, emotional or sexual abuse. Substance abuse is another major example of depression. Sometimes conflicts such as disputes with family members may also increase the chances of depressions. Sadness or grief from death or loss of a loved one increases the chances of depression rapidly. Sometimes depression also coexists with some major medical illness or can be triggered by major medical conditions.
These were just a few definitions and causes of anxiety and depression. But the main problem and challenge faced by the society is coping up with these problems. Many a times we don't look at these issues as problems. Instead, we start searching for reasons to escape the reality or excuses to avoid responsibility. However, our main focus should be dealing up with these issues using appropriate measures. So let's discuss a few of them.
There are a certain basic solutions which we can use to overcome these issues and make this world a better place to live in for everyone. The first and the foremost thing is positive thinking or having an optimistic attitude. Do not forget the old saying, "Jo hota hai, achhe ke liye hota hai," which means analyzing your problem and finding the best part of it or finding the positive part of it. And I'm sure we can learn to make this way of thinking the way of our life. And believe me, you will never regret this habit. Having an optimistic attitude doesn't mean that you ignore the reality or make light of the problems. It simply means you approach the situation with a whole new different perspective.
Second most important thing is speaking out your emotions. It is always beneficial that you speak out your emotions. Share your emotions with whomsoever you want. No one in this world is born perfect. So it is okay if you share your emotions. Sometimes you don't know whom to share your emotions to. At that times, always rely on your near and dear ones. If you are not comfortable sharing your emotions to them too, at that time also share. How? You can just start writing diary. You can write whatever you feel, angry, disappointed, anxious, whatever you are feeling, just write it. If no one listens to you, your diary will definitely listen to you. One more thing which you can do is just sit in a corner and pray to God. If not, then you can cry if you want to. It is okay to cry. You can express your emotions through dance, singing, drama, writing. Expressing your emotions is the only key to get out of them.
Analyzing your feelings. We all should analyze our feelings and try to figure out how or why we are feeling so. This will help us to explain it to the third person from whom we are seeking help. To analyze our feelings, we must first try to examine them, understand why we are feeling so, and separate our feelings from our thoughts. We can then decide and take a positive step towards responding to these feelings.
The next is spending time with your loved ones. One of the best way to overcome anxiety and depression is to spend valuable time with your close people. Spending time with your loved ones helps you feel relaxed from the heaviness due to the stuff you have bottled up inside. It helps you feel understood, motivated and supported. It helps you get away from all the negative vibes and isolation that surround you during these tough sensitive times.
So this is just an informative video about a few emotional problems everyone nowadays goes through. We should be talking about these things. It is not that these things are not important and that these are just a few phases in life. These things must be talked about. If you know someone who is going through all these problems, just talk to them. It would prevent that one wrong step that person would take, which would ruin not only their life but also the life of their family members and loved ones.
Guys, if you see anyone who is going through such tough times, no matter what, just don't leave them alone. Keep asking that what's bothering them. Keep providing them the solace they need to open up and unwrap all the stuff they have piled up inside. Keep talking to them, speak to them, listen to them without arguing, judging or yelling. Having a conversation is the best, for they need you now more than ever. Talk in a very reassuring tone and acknowledge that whatever they are feeling is very obvious.
So if any one of you is going through any of these problems and think that there is no one to understand you, we are here for you. To understand you, to motivate you. We might not give you a perfect solution, but we'll try our best to help you by listening you out.
Always think before you take any kind of step. Remember, there are people who want good things to happen to you, who pray for your happiness and who love you. So, thank you all for watching this video till the end. And we hope we were encouraging enough to help you cope up with these conditions. Stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.